I think we're all together. Happy Monday. Thank you so very much for tuning in to 98.3 FM The Life. You're listening to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness. And of course, I'm your host, Marty Jalove. I come at you every single Monday night to talk about your job, your career, your vision made clearer, the skills that you hone for the business that you own, the ups and downs, the smiles and frowns, where you're at and where you're bound. If you miss any of today's show, tune in later in the week to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness, anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you're a regular listener, you know that I am on a quest to bring you the industry best. And today I have another returning special, super special guest, one of my favorites. Let me turn on your mic over there.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead. Who are you?
Tiffany.
There you go. Oh, wow. Tiffany, I got that. I swapped the camera on you the same time you yelled out your name. That was beautiful.
Oh, see?
It was like poetry today.
I meant to do that.
That's it. That's it. So how are you doing today,
I'm
Tiff?
doing good. It's cold, but warmer.
It's cold but warmer. Yeah, exactly. I'm so excited. It's almost in the 20s. Like it'll be in the 20s soon, right? So nice and balmy, right? Yeah, we can put our shorts on again. All right.
Yeah, and flip-flops.
Yeah, exactly. So, Tiff, like I said to our listeners out there, you're a returning guest. And, it was really neat. I was reminiscing. I was going through a bunch of old episodes that I've been doing this now this is like going on 4.5, almost close to 5 years.
Oh, my God.
Can you believe this?
That went by so fast.
Yeah, no kidding. And it started a long time ago. You had a show with somebody else on here called The Broad Perspective. Yes.
Yeah.
Many years.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot the name of the show.
I remembered it. Yes, I remembered it. And you guys called me and said, hey, how would you like to do like 15 minutes on the show? Just to do a little self-help, a little life coaching, that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh man, that sounds fantastic. I'd love to do that.
And were you on longer than 15 minutes?
No, the first time I think you kept me in the green room because you didn't know.
Really?
Oh, yeah, you didn't know who I was, what I was going to do. So you kept me in the green room and he called me into like the last 15 minutes. And then I spoke and you guys were like, oh, you got to come more often. You got to come like do a half an hour or something like that. And so before you know it, I just became like the third wheel on your show.
Wow. The first time I thought you were on for the full hour.
No.
Wow.
No, you kept me hidden away and I could only pop in the second half of the show. But it was cool. It was good because then after a while, what ended up happening was your partner there left the show and
surprise.
Yeah, exactly. And then the station said, hey, Marty, how would you like to do a show? And then you said, hey, Marty, how would you like a sidekick? Right? So it worked out. We were together for about 2.5 years, 2 years at least. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And doing a lot of these shows just on self-help, a lot of self-love, how to deal with life, really the pursuit of happiness, and which is my company, Master Happiness. And a lot of people say, so if it's Master Happiness, why is the show called Bacon Bits? And obviously, that it's everything that bacon touches becomes a little bit better. So
as long as it's crispy.
Sure. Extra crispy. That's what I call it. All right. So, and so the idea here was just to create a show around that bacon theme, giving us something to look forward to in life. When I know I'm going to have bacon the next day, I'm giddy like a little kid the night before, right? And I'm like, I can almost not fall asleep because I know I'm going to have bacon tomorrow morning. So I'm excited because I'm doing something for a little mini holiday party, birthday party for somebody, a client of mine. That's coming up this Friday, and I've been asked to make bacon wrap dates for Friday.
I've made those before.
Oh, they're delicious.
So good.
Yes. And so I've made them multiple times. I keep switching the recipe, tweaking, making mistakes, understanding what works, what doesn't work. So let me ask you, when you make those, what kind of bacon do you use to make bacon wrap dates, or do you care? Do you just grab bacon?
The Applewood.
Okay.
Yeah, bacon.
And so now I've learned that it's if you're going to use regular bacon, you really should use the entire strip of bacon. I mean, you could use half a strip of bacon.
I think I haven't made it for a long time, but I think a half.
You got to really take a feel for it because sometimes you buy the cheaper bacon, it's really fatty. It doesn't necessarily stay on, right? I think the first time I ever made it, I didn't put toothpicks in it or anything. The whole thing fell apart.
Oh.
So now I par cook the bacon. Now here, suddenly the show's turning into a cooking show, right? But I par cook the bacon a little bit because I take my bacon really serious. I par cook it a little bit so it's almost cooked. Get rid of some of the grease. Take those dates, take the pit out, put goat cheese in it. Okay.
Never did the goat cheese.
Oh, it adds that.
Sounds really good.
Exactly. The first time I heard you put goat cheese and an almond in it. And I was like, that's a lot of work for just a little crunch. But anyway, the goat cheese, the date, and you wrap it with the bacon with a toothpick holding it together. And then because the bacon's par cooked already, then you put it in the oven long enough so that when you look in there, the bacon is like you like it, a little crispy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's delicious.
I do.
Yeah.
Wow. That goat cheese sounds really
Oh my God,
good.
you got to try that. You got to try that. All right. So
Okay,
anyway, now people are listening going, why do we tune in today's show, right? Now that I learned how to make this. But like I said, anything that bacon touches becomes just a little bit better, right? But on this show, of course, we're not talking about the bacon for chewing.
We're talking about the bacon for doing.
There you go. Right. Thank you so much. You do that. You do that better than anyone else. I'll tell you. So what we do is on the shows, we use the letters BACON as an acronym for what we're going to talk about. And today's show, we're going to be talking about believing in yourself, the quest for self-confidence, which I wanted to do this show with Tiffany because this is a person who claims to have no self-confidence, but yet of all the years I've known you, Tiff, the stories that you've shared and stuff like that, you have more self-confidence that you even understand about yourself. And we're going to dig into some of that. But the bacon today, the BACON is going to be this. B is going to be body language, stand tall. A is affirmations, speak your truth. C is competence, master a skill that you like. O is going to be outside your comfort zone.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Take a tiny leap. Yep. I remember I'm saying take a tiny leap. All right. And then N is going to be note your wins, celebrate your success. So we're going to get into some of this. This is not going to get into some highfalutin mumbo jumbo voodoo or anything like that. It's not going to be deep psychological stuff, but it is going to be stuff that Tiff, you're going to realize some of the stuff you're like, hey, I already do that. Okay. And I think I do have a lot of confidence. Okay. So one of the things, and you're shaking your head. No, I don't.
It's okay.
Let me ask you something.
Okay.
I was going through some stuff and I'm in the middle of writing an article that I'm calling the Curious Doofus. Okay. And I just like the sound of that. The Curious Doofus. It almost sounds like it's faking sounding Latin. Curious Doofus. Okay. But anyway, what the premise is this, is that there's too many people that in a crowd, when someone is speaking, like a teacher, let's say, could be a boss addressing the whole entire group, somebody doesn't understand what they're talking about, right? And what ends up happening is those people are too afraid. They don't have enough self-confidence to raise their hand and say, I don't understand. Can you please repeat it? What happens is those people, they're afraid that everyone around them is going to ridicule them for not knowing.
Okay.
But you understand that what usually happens is when one person says, I don't understand this. Can you please repeat it? Sure, people snicker and they laugh, right? Because they need that for their own, to protect their self-esteem, right? But what usually happens when the teacher or the boss or the leader explains it again, there's plenty of people in that room that go, thank God somebody raised their hand because I didn't understand that.
I'm the one person that raises their hand.
I know. Yeah. That's why I wanted to throw it to you.
I didn't know that was self-confidence. I thought that was more of a, well, I guess I'm the dumbest one in the room because I need help.
No, think about this. Think about it. Really, think deep down inside. You have all the years we've worked together. The fact that you sit here and go, Marty, I don't understand it. Can you explain that again? And you even joke sometimes. Can you dumb it down? You're using too many syllables.
Too big of a word.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But the fact that you are not afraid to ask that means that you are okay in your shell. You are okay being who you are. And that's that's the first step in self-confidence.
Wow.
Is knowing who you are and being okay with who you are. All right. Because there's too many other people who are trying to pretend to be somebody else, somebody better, somebody smarter, somebody stronger, just because they're afraid of being ridiculed by everyone around them. Okay. And you stand out as one of those people going, no, this is who I am. And I don't understand what you're saying. Please repeat it. Okay. Not being afraid because, let's say in elementary school, you might have been the person raising your hand. Do you remember other people kind of giggling and laughing if you asked again?
It would be, they would say, oh,
Sure.
Literally, that's what it's like. Oh my God, enough.
Right.
You know,
now, how did that make you feel?
Not good.
All right. But did you stop?
Well, no, because I didn't get it.
Yeah. Good. All right. Now, on the flip side, I'll tell you, I was one of those kids in school going, I'm not raising my hand. I have no idea what that teacher's talking about. And if somebody else raised his hand and they explained it, I was one of the first that would laugh the loudest. I can't believe you didn't understand it the first time. Why do we got to waste so much time? Right? Because I didn't have that self-confidence. I sat in that room and I didn't want to be judged by those other
So
people.
you would be the one that would make me cry.
Yeah, that was me. The verbal bully. But so I want you to think about that your entire life, not only as a child, but your entire life growing up, and even the past 5 years that I've known you, you've always been that person, not afraid to ask, can you explain that again?
At work, they tease me because I will tell them, well, I'm going to ask you a question if I don't get it. And they tease me because I'm always taking notes because they have to explain it. And I'm like, I got to write this down.
That's beautiful.
But when I need it, I have it right there with detailed notes. But you're absolutely right. As an adult, I still ask questions if I don't get it.
Good for you. I'm telling you.
Congratulations. I think I get on some. Well, thank you very much. But I think sometimes my boss would not necessarily appreciate it. I'm like, well, really? Because I think I'm taking too much of their time out. But if I don't get it, I don't want to screw it up.
All right. Well, so now I'm going to ask you this as a follow-up to that, because you've lived your entire life like this. The sad part of this whole thing is that for some reason, Tiff, you've begun to believe that because you ask follow-up questions, that makes you less smart or less intelligent than other people. That's what you believe.
Yes.
And that is further than the truth than anything.
Wow.
Okay? Because you are the type of person who is on a quest for knowledge. You want to learn. You want to make sure that you understand it correctly.
Right.
So that you do it right. So a couple of things I would advise you to do is two things. Is number one, when you approach those situations, is first off, remind yourself you're not stupid. Okay? When they start the conversation, don't tag yourself as the doofus.
I do. Okay.
Don't.
I do.
I know you do.
It's hard because,
I know. But instead say, oh, Marty said I'm not the doofus. And Marty's one of the smartest people in the world.
He's Mensa.
Exactly. Right. What I want you to do is instead tag yourself as a curious person. I am curious. All right. And I am on a quest for knowledge. I want to make sure I have clarity. Your pen doesn't work?
It stopped. Oh, thank you.
Did you get that? Did you reach it? There you go. All right. Anyway, you are in a quest for knowledge and a quest for clarity. Okay. So what that means is you're the type of person who wants to either learn, you want to grow and evolve and become the best version of yourself, or you are part of a team and you want to make sure you do the best job possible to help support the team.
Yes.
Now, if you define yourself as that, doesn't that sound like somebody that we really want on our team?
Yes.
Yes. Wait, try that again. I'm going to put the camera on you. Doesn't it sound like someone we want on our team?
Yes.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. That's true. So think of it that way, because if you come into this going, oh, I know you all hate me because I'm going to ask you to repeat it. Then what happens is not only do you trigger yourself and you tag yourself in your mind as the goofball, as the stupid one, you're tagging yourself like that. Not only that, but you're allowing other people to view you that way. Instead, say, I'm the queen of clarity. Okay. I want to do the best job possible. So what I want to do is I want to get down to the nitty gritty and I truly want to understand. Okay. And furthermore, if you are working with a boss for a long enough period of time, you're working with them years, and this always happens. You have to have a conversation with them and saying, I would like to improve our communication because for some reason, it always seems like I'm not sure, I'm not confident in my competence in the way you explained it the first time. Could there be a way that maybe we could work on it so you could explain it in a different way the first time so I can understand it quicker? And you have to be able to have that conversation. But again, now this isn't necessarily your first week on the job, but if you're working with somebody for a lengthy period of time and you have a cordial relationship, where everyone together as a team wants to win, you should be able to have a conversation, because understanding is a double-edged sword. It's a two-way street. Okay. Understanding is important. It's not just a matter of, did you misunderstand what you heard, but did they misspeak? Did they base their presentation on assumptions, assuming you knew everything and left out key parts? Okay. There's a lot of times that I would rather have an employee that's going to ask me follow-up questions so that they do it right the first time, as opposed to somebody goes, I got it, done. No problem. You don't have to explain anymore. I'm done, and jump into it, right? And then make a mistake. All right. Sure, it's great for them to, if they did it and they did it right, that's great. Okay. But think about this. Tiff. You go to a restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you order some food at a restaurant, and the waiter's standing there going, and you want, and what type of salad and what type of dressing?
And don't write it down.
They don't write it down, right? Okay, I sit there and I never think, oh, that's so cool. My waiter has a great memory. I love coming to this restaurant because the waiter has a great memory. I have never gone to a restaurant because the wait staff has a great memory. That is not the driving force to go to a restaurant. What happens is there's a little part of me that's going, he's going to mess up my order. He's going to mess up my order. A little part of me says that, right? And then when the order comes back, and if it's right, I go, oh, thank goodness it's right. Okay. If it's wrong, then I go, yeah, see, I knew it. And I look at him, I go, this is not what I ordered, etc. Then all of a sudden, it's not an enjoyable experience.
Oh.
But if the person pulls out a pad, writes it all down, and repeats it back to me, they walk away. I'm not thinking about the meal coming back wrong at all. I'm not saying it's 100%, it'll always come back right. But the chances of it coming back wrong are so much slimmer, and there's no stress for me.
Yeah.
So if I view it as a team player, if I have somebody who's working for me, right, and I look back and I just tell them straight out, I'm going to explain to you how I want you to do this. And they pull out a notepad and they take some notes and they ask follow-up questions. I just want to make sure it's clear. Let me explain. So we're going to do A first, and then after A, we're going to do B, and then followed by C. We're going to do all this. And the reason we're doing B second place is because in order to do B, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go, yes, that is exactly what we need to do.
That's what I do.
Perfect. And that's what I want. Okay. Because if I came as a boss going, oh my God, I can't believe you don't have to repeat everything back to me. The answer has got to be, I would rather take a couple moments now and repeat it back to you to make sure that we're both on the same page, than go ahead and finish the project, find out that I missed a step. Okay, that's it. And although I do have enough self-confidence to believe that I got it the first time, the project is more important than my ego. And so what I want to do is I want to make sure that I've got the instructions done correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still, though, when I ask the questions, I still have that self-doubt that they're going to be talking about me.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? It doesn't stop you from asking. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Keep that in mind. That is a truly beautiful thing. So keep that up.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't be afraid of that.
It's kind of scary how well you know me.
Well, we've been together for a few years. All right. So here's the other thing. I want to let you know about this idea of a little bit into the science of self-doubt. Okay. We have been wired, all right, the humans have been wired in a way, and when you think about it, it makes sense. We have been wired to look towards negativity. We have been wired to look towards failure, all right? In order to do that, that's how we survive. We've been wired to look for survival, all those kinds of things. When we were cavemen, we didn't walk out in the street, la, 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 what a wonderful day, la, 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 and then we get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger, right? No, instead, we had to walk and go, everything out here could kill me, right? I could fall and break a leg, and that's the end of me, right? I could walk out here and not find food, right? So I had to be cunning, and I had to really be paying attention, but I always had to look towards the worst case scenario in order to survive. I had to prepare myself for the worst all the time. Now, as we evolved and things around us have become easier and easier, our psyche hasn't evolved completely. So part of us is always looking like, this is going to fall apart. This is going to break. This, do you ever do anything and you finish it and you're like, that was too easy,
Something's going wrong.
Right. And that's part of our survival instinct because we're looking towards that. So what we have to do as mature people, smart enough that we can rewire our own brain, we have to look at that and say, there are no saber-toothed tigers hiding behind the bush anymore.
Oh.
Okay, man, well, maybe one or two. Okay, right. Instead, we have to start looking at it saying good things happen. I'm a good person and good things happen. But we have to continue to keep repeating that to ourselves. That's why I always say that happiness is a muscle we have to keep working out. It is so easy to fall into anger. It is so easy to fall into sadness. It's so easy to be fearful all the time. That's the easy stuff.
The thing that I have, when somebody else, another person, I do that. I'm very positive and think of the good things and the positive things. But when it's myself, I don't.
Yeah. Well, let's change that.
Well, okay. So you're going to tell me the BACON.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into this.
Okay.
All right. So I want to tell you one other thing is I want you to realize and there's been all kinds of studies that just show the more positive I think, the more I tell myself this is who I am. I'm a happy person. This is good things happen to me. The more I keep saying that to myself, the reality is it happens.
It's true.
Okay. And I'm not going to get into this whole magnetism and I'm positive and I pull more positive towards me and that because as soon as you start talking deeper like that, then people start going, I don't believe that. But everyone has to believe that if you are a good person,
what you put out is going to come back.
Exactly. That's what it comes. If you're a good person, you attract good people. If you're a bad person, you attract bad people. That's all that it comes down to, right? If you are looking for negativity, you will find negativity. If you are looking for positivity, you will find positivity. Okay. It's you've heard of the red car theory, right? If I told you on your way home, like driving here, how many red cars did you see? If you were to guess, about how many?
I don't know.
About if you're to throw
five.
Five. Okay. And that's driving about how many miles? Throw out a number. Nobody
about
knows.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. And you saw now, if I tell you on the way home today, I want you to consciously look for red cars. Okay. You will be amazed how many red cars you will see because you are consciously looking for the red cars, right? And you are looking around, and suddenly when you're done, you're going to be like, I saw 10 or 15 red cars. I cannot believe how many red cars there are, right? And you'll start looking at cars that are almost red, a little shade of red. You'll look at pickup trucks that are red, stuff like that. And you'll go, yeah, there's another one. There's another one. Because you're purposely looking for that and you find what you are looking for. Okay. Then at the end, I'll tell you, how many white cars did you see on the way home? And you'll be like, I don't think I saw any because you were concentrating on the red ones. Okay. So it goes along with that same thing. Okay. When I bought my new vehicle, right? I knew I wanted to get this red pickup truck, right? I couldn't believe I had never seen it. It seemed to like I had never seen a red pickup truck. And I was like, I want to get a red pickup truck because it's kind of unique. Then once I decided, I saw one like every block, it seemed like. I'm like, what is that? The only color pickup truck they make?
Yes, but they don't have a pig magnet on the back.
True. That's true. But so that's the whole idea is that we find those things that we're looking for. All right. And if you want negativity, if you want to be afraid all the time, you can find it. That's easy. If you want to be angry, there's a lot of things you can get angry about. Okay. And if you want to be sad, there's a lot of things to be sad about. But if you want to be happy, and trust me, I've been all of those things, and I would much rather be happy. Doesn't mean that I'm happy all the time. Okay. It's a muscle I've got to work out. I've got to work on it. I got to identify when I'm feeling anything less than happy. And I have to say, am I okay with this? Or do I want to change my mood? Right. And those moods, from what I understand, only last like 90 seconds. Our feelings, and then it's up to us after 90 seconds. 90 seconds. And then it's up to us to either replay it or change it. Because sometimes when something startling hits us, it hits us hard for 90 seconds. By that time, your brain kind of relaxes. You have to get back to stuff. But then what we go is, I can't believe this happened. And we just keep, and you notice sometimes when you're angry or sad, it comes in waves, right? I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad, right? It comes in those waves because what we're doing is we're forcing ourselves. We're telling ourselves, I'm not ready to stop being sad. I'm not ready to stop being angry. Okay. And sometimes that's difficult, but you've got to be able to label it, identify it, and say, that's not the person I want to be.
Wow.
Okay. Things happen that anger us. Things happen that sadness. Things happen to make us fearful and afraid, right? but there's a lot of stuff that also makes us happy. And I would rather spend more time on the things that make me happy than those things that cover those other emotions. Okay. And by doing that, it is easier for you to believe in yourself, who you are, and it's easier for you then to build up that self-confidence. Okay. All right. So Tiff, with that, we're going to jump into this very soon. We're almost at the bottom of the hour. Can you believe
Oh my
this?
God.
Yeah.
I just looked at the screen and I was like, oh my, you're not kidding.
I know. Right. So this is good. This is a good bunch of ranting in the first half an hour. All right. So when people say, so what, I believe in myself, I don't believe in myself. What's the difference, right? So some of the stuff is that if you truly believe in yourself and you believe the positivity, it can increase your health. It can give you better health, right? It can attack the inflammation in your body. It can make you deal with pain and suffering better. I mean, hospitals are using laughter therapy to get patients laughing because they tend to heal quicker.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
Right.
They're saying too, people that have illnesses like cancer and stuff, they said, watch funny movies.
I believe
because it helps the body heal.
Right.
From and so, I've read many books about that people that are sick, that's what they do. They watch happy and funny movies.
And it just makes so much sense because what's happening is there's that dopamine rush that we get within our body and cortisol, those different types of hormones that are inside our body that either make us a little bit more elated, a little bit more joyful, or make us feel more negative. And the more we feel in one direction, we create more of that within our body, and we trick our body, and our body goes, "Oh, is this what we want to feel? Okay, let's make that happen." Okay, so I love the idea of watching more funny movies.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to watch a lot of funny Christmas movies. What's your favorite Christmas movie at this point?
Does it have to be funny?
It doesn't have to be funny.
Okay, Miracle on 31st Street.
Is it 31st or 32nd? 34th. I don't know what it is.
34th.
So,
I'm like, wait, and I'm like, 32nd?
Yeah,
no, that's not right. No.
There was nothing happening on 31st, right?
Yeah, 34th Street. I love it. My favorite, all-time favorite, because I just fall in love with that Santa.
All right.
It's the original.
Yes.
The black and white one.
Yes.
With Natalie Wood.
Right. That was some time ago. Correct. I'm trying to remember what year that was.
It had to be 50-something.
Yeah,
right?
Something like that.
Because they had remakes and I didn't care for those.
That's true. So the one I like is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's not my favorite, but when it's on, I do watch it.
Okay. Well, you know what? Now you're off the show.
Oh. Oh, no.
Oh, darn. Okay. So aside from better health, having a more positive attitude, believing in yourself will also build stronger relationships. Because who wants to be involved with a negative Nancy, right?
Yeah.
We want positive people around us because it helps us feel more positive, and that's a joyful feeling, right? The other thing is it's career advancement. It's the same thing with those relationships. Places you work, they want positive people working with them. If you're a salesperson, the more positive, the more you believe in yourself, the greater, the better salesperson you're going to be. You're going to bring in more sales. You're going to get greater advancements in sales. The more positive, the more you believe in yourself within the office, the more you will be able to accomplish. The easier it is for you to accept a failure and learn from your failures as long as you believe in yourself. Okay. So just think about that. If nothing else, those are some great ideas. All right. Now we're hard into the end of the first half an hour. So we're going to play a couple of quick little promos, and then we're going to be right back. So please hold on. Welcome back. Thank you so very much for tuning into 98.3 FM. You're listening to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness. Man, if you missed the first half of the show, you missed a lot. And I'm telling you, I say this every week, but this time I mean it. We've been discussing a little bit about believing in yourself and that quest for self-confidence. And I'm here with the amazing Tiffany, all right, the queen of confidence, right? There you go. And so what we did, we talked a little bit about the benefits of it and some of the things we need to do. But now we're going to break down right into the bacon. And if you stay towards the end of the show, what we're going to do, Tiff, is remember I asked you to write down a couple of lists, right? And you got those with you?
I got them with me.
All right, sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to rush kind of through the bacon. We're going to move quick enough so we
wow.
have some time to actually dig into Tiffany.
Oh, boy.
All right. So you ready there, Tiff?
Okay.
All right. So when we talk about this 5-step action plan about learning to believe in yourself, this whole idea of bringing home the bacon, the BACON. All right. And you know that the original acronym for bacon for of everything that I do, my company, Master Happiness, is B is believe in yourself. A is anticipate obstacles. C is confront fears. O is observe and learn. And N is nudge other people to do the same thing. So today we're really concentrating on believing in ourselves. And I am N, nudging other people, you, Tiff, to do the same thing, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to dig into this a little bit. So today, our 5-step action plan is going to be the B is body language. Stand tall. So Tiff, this is what I want you to do. I want you to do something. I'm going to turn the camera towards you. I want you to stand up. Stand up. You're on camera.
Okay.
And I want you to stand like Wonder Woman or Superman, you know, feet apart, like shoulder apart, like that. Hands on the hip. Yeah.
My
shoulders.
head's getting cut off.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Head back a little bit, you know, shoulders up, feeling strong, right? There you go. All right. Now what I want you to do is I want you. Our viewers will love that. There you go. That's right. Anyway, now what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath through your nose for about 2 seconds, and then exhale it out of your mouth slowly. All right, do it one more time. And one more time. That wasn't bad enough. That inflates your chest too. Okay. All right. All right. I want you to last thing, can you feel the ground with your feet?
You're feel grounded. The ground with
all right,
my feet.
One more pose for the audience there. All right. There you go. Nice. All right. Now you can sit down. All right.
Okay. You can take the camera off of me.
Right. Yeah. Suddenly the show's not PG anymore. Right. All right. No, this works out. This is really important about understanding our body.
So when I go to work every morning, I need to do the breathe in, breathe out.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. No, I want you. See, already you feel a little more energized. You're louder. You're smiling, and this is what's important. Is what we do is we wake up in the morning, we slouch, and we go, oh, it's today, it's Monday, and we get out of bed and we slump to the bathroom, brush our teeth, and like, oh. We drive like that. We spend too much time sitting, right? We don't remind ourselves to stand up straight. We can speak clearer. Our body feels better when we're standing up straight.
Yeah, you're right.
And we have to remember that. And there's so many people that just every once in a while, before you go into a major meeting, before you have a conversation with somebody, just stop, look in that mirror, watch yourself, put your hands on your hips, stand up a little bit straighter, right? Just take that deep breath. I'm a winner, right? And you'll just feel that much better, okay? And that's the first thing you do. And by doing that, be conscious of the way your body is through the entire conversation. Watch yourself, feel yourself, especially when you're talking to somebody who either purposely or accidentally is making you feel less than you deserve to be. When you are talking to somebody who's making you feel down, be aware of your body, and you will find your shoulders will start to slouch. Your head will go down. You'll look towards the ground. You'll start doing that. And then I want you to say to yourself, I don't deserve this. I'm better than this. Okay. And I want you to stand up a little bit stronger and a little bit taller, right? Put those shoulders back. Put that chin up. Smile. When a person continues to talk that way, especially if they're doing it purposely, say, I just have to ask, what is the purpose of you talking to me like that? What are you trying to get out of me?
I'm just joking.
Yeah, and you go, oh, that's interesting. Could you repeat it? Okay, and make them repeat it and go, okay, because I guess I don't understand the humor in that. Okay, try again next time, right? And just show them that it doesn't bother you. All right, and I think it's so important, but you got to do it with the posture. And so when you feel yourself feeling less, positioning yourself less than you deserve, sit up straight, stand up straight, look them in the eye. Okay. Remember, you are an amazing person. We're going to look at that list and see how incredible you are. Okay. So that's the B, the body language. And there's a whole much more. And then so what we'll end up doing is, Tiff, in the recording, there'll be a blog post that I'll post that'll have these kind of notes and some more notes of the show. So we'll get into greater detail. Okay. A is the affirmation, speak the truth. And a lot of people, they used to joke upon this in Saturday Night Live. There was the one guy, he'd look in the mirror, I'm worthy, I'm good enough, and gosh darn, people like me, right? That guy. Yeah. And so they poked fun at it because he was doing it incorrectly. He was saying it, but he didn't believe it. You have to look in there and believe it. If I'm saying I am an incredible person, but in my head I'm going, I'm a terrible person. I'm not a good person. I can't believe Marty's making me do this. If you're doing that, that's what you're repeating. It doesn't matter what you're saying out loud. So in your head going, you know what? I am a good person. I have some amazing skills. Am I the best at any one thing in the world? No, not necessarily, but I'm good at a lot of things, and I'm worthy of something. I'm the type of person that deserves to be loved, deserves to be cared for, deserves to be looked up towards. Okay. And I want us to be able to say those kinds of things to ourselves on a regular basis. And it's wonderful because every morning we brush our teeth, right? Theoretically, we're in a bathroom in front of a mirror. Okay. Some people are brushing their teeth in the shower. Some people are brushing their teeth on the way to work, whatever the deal is. But if you're looking in a mirror, every time you look in a mirror, just give them a chance to look in there and you are all right.
Oh, I'm glad you got that on camera.
That's it. My brother-in-law said, we used to say all the time, man, I cannot wait for tomorrow. And everyone would go, why? What's happening tomorrow? He goes, I get better looking every day. Right. And I love that. It just makes so much sense. But that's the kind of confidence we have to have. And we have to mean it. We have to believe in ourselves, because if everyone else is out there trying to believe in themselves, and sometimes what they're doing is they're cheating and they're trying to step on other people to make themselves seem better. Don't do that. Be the type of person who helps other people, right? That's the N in bacon. Nudge other people to do the same thing. So instead, just believe in yourself. I'm not the best at any one thing, but I'm really damn good at a lot of things. Okay. So I want you to start practicing that affirmation. Go ahead. The camera's on you. Give us one quick affirmation. Look in the camera there.
Oh, I don't. You put me on the spot.
I like putting you on the spot. Come on, look right in the camera. Look in the camera. I'm damn good.
I'm damn good, and people like me.
Nice. There you go. There you go. We're gonna keep working on that. But that was good. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Did you believe it?
No.
You got to believe it, Tiff. Why would I have you back? Why would I have you back on the show if I didn't like you and if I didn't believe in you?
Thank you.
There you go. There you go. And Mark, for some reason, is stuck with you, right?
He
there
didn't
you go.
have a choice.
Your brother seemed to like you. He was on the show a month ago, right? He seemed to like you. Yeah. So there's lots of people. Okay. You got friends and family that love you.
Okay.
Right? You're a good person.
I am a good person.
All right. So C is competence. Master a skill that you like. And I think this is really important. I think it's important that we have skills, things that we like to do. All right. And this is part of the list that you wrote, things that you like to do. And it's really important that what we do is we don't just keep them on the sideline. Let's start mastering some of those, start getting better at those things. I tell people my mantra for life, my meaning, how I define the meaning of life is shine, sharpen, and share. Okay. Don't be afraid to shine. In other words, don't be afraid to be proud of who I am. All right. I have some amazing skills. I do some amazing things. Again, am I the best at any one of those things? No, not necessarily. I can always find someone who's better at any one thing that I do. But the conglomeration of the things that I can do, those ideas that I have, the gifts that I have, the talents that I have, that the conglomeration of all that makes me special and unique. And maybe, just maybe, I am the absolute best at that grouping of things. So I'm not afraid to shine like that because I'm not stepping on other people. I'm not saying I'm better than other people. I'm different, but I'm really good. That's the shine. Sharpen means every day I'm going to do something to improve one of those skills. I'm going to do something to improve myself, to become a better version of myself. All right. And then lastly is share. What good is it to be really good at a bunch of stuff, right? Concentrate on sharpening, getting better and better and better, and you don't share it. You don't give it to the world. You don't trade it. You don't sell it. You don't give it away, whatever. You got to do that. You got to be part of a community. If you do that, shine, sharpen, and share, you will find happiness every day. Okay. So that's the finding the skills that you like to do and start mastering those. All right. That's the fun thing, because then it gives you, it makes you feel worthy. You're like, I'm really good at this. Again, that's all you have to say is I'm really good at this. You don't have to say I'm the best at this. All right. O is going to be outside your comfort zone. Now you take that same thing, take a leap, take something that you're not that good at, take something that maybe you kind of like, but I just don't want to do that. If you're afraid to do it, but you have a desire to do it, try it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I tell a quick story?
Quick.
Okay. So, I petrified of bridges.
Yes.
And high bridges.
Yeah, there you go.
And when I was in Florida, my sister and brother-in-law I asked them to take me over the Sunshine Bridge.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay,
it's really long one.
It's a long and high one. It's the tallest one in Florida.
Okay.
And I did it, and I was scared, but after it was over, I realized it wasn't as bad as my mind was actually putting through.
Right,
so it was interesting that I did it because I wanted to do it and go outside my comfort zone, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, as my mind told me it was going to be.
And I'll tell you, you will find almost all the time, the way our mind depicts the future is usually so much worse than it actually is, right? And so what we do is we build up these walls. Again, it's that survival instinct of trying to look at the worst case scenario, right? And so if we get past that, now, if you have no desire to do something, okay, if you really don't have a desire, if you're like, I just don't want to do this, like there's people who probably don't want to go over Niagara Falls in a wooden barrel. Okay, they don't have a desire to do that. So I'm not going to tell you, oh, no, you should do it, right? So if you don't have a desire, don't do it. But if you do have a desire, but you're trying to trick yourself, going, I don't really want to do it because you're afraid, but you really do want to do it, then I ask you to really do some investigating in yourself. Look into your heart. What is it is it fear or desire that's stopping you?
Yeah.
And if you really say, this is something I'd love to do, I really wish I could do this, but you're afraid to do it, then I ask you to try.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, I always picture the little boy in elementary school, right? Who sees the pretty girl on the other side of the gymnasium at the dance, and he is too afraid to go over and ask her. Right. And then for the rest of his life, he's like, what would have happened had I asked her? Right.
Aww.
As opposed to just walk over there. Okay. And even if she said no to me, that's okay.
I was waiting for you to say it. And was that little boy
that's
Marty?
Right. She said no. And I turned around. All my friends are laughing at me, but that's okay. But that's all right. You know what? I was brave enough to try. And that's the most important thing. So that's the going outside of your comfort zone, taking those tiny leaps. Okay. And it's really important for us to do this on a regular basis. Try something new. It could be, even if you say, I'm going to try a new food. I'm going to try a new restaurant. This is what we're talking about. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to go skydiving. Okay. It doesn't have to be that kind of stuff. It could be little things, but just to tell yourself, I'm okay. I'm really good at this. And I tried this, and either I like it or I don't like it. And you find your whole life expands into so many new adventures and ideas and thoughts. And then when you learn this new thing and you combine it with the stuff you already know, it's your mind explodes with ideas, and just everything just is better. Okay. All right. And lastly is this. N is note your wins. All right. Celebrate those successes.
Like going over the bridge.
Exactly. How did you celebrate that afterwards? What'd you do? Do you have margaritas?
No. Actually, the funny thing is, we got ice cream.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
After on the other side of the bridge was a real good ice cream place.
Nice.
And so we did. We stopped and got ice cream.
I think you deserve it. That every once a month, you should find a bridge, go over it, and have ice cream afterwards.
Ice cream.
And then before you know it, you'll associate bridges with ice cream. And you will suddenly one day go, I love bridges. What are you talking about? I've always loved bridges, right? Okay. So I want you to note those wins and celebrate those successes. I want you at the end of the day, be able to say, yeah, you know what? I am really happy with what I did. Okay. I'm glad, man. Today I took the photography class, cause I like photography, and I went out, I actually grabbed the camera and I practiced a little bit more, and I learned a little something different. There was this fear I had, like bridges. And today I went over a bridge by myself. Ooh. Okay. Something like that, right? Just anything to expand who you are. Because every time you do that, you realize that there's less and less in the world to be afraid of. There are obviously going to be things that you should genuinely be afraid of, like saber-toothed tigers. Okay. But most of the time, those things are in our mind. They're not realities. Okay. So I want you to start noting the wins and keep going forward. Okay. As we're coming close, we got about 12 minutes, which is fine. We're going to do this, and I want you to share. So I asked you, Tiff, to make me two lists. What were the two lists that you were supposed to make?
Things that bring me joy.
Yep. And
things that I'm good at.
There you go. All right.
Can I just say the things that bring me joy is a lot longer than the things
that's cool. I had asked you to make like 10, come up with 10, but I said once you started, you'd get a lot more, right? You could
things
get more.
That brought me joy, yes.
Certainly. All right. Now, you know what's really cool is, Tiff, that I worked with somebody like this, and one time the guy goes, come on, anything that brings me joy, I'm good at, and anything I'm good at, it brings me joy. And I was like, no, there's going to be things, it's kind of like, it's like if I go, I like butterflies. Okay, let's just say I like butterflies. I like the science of butterflies. I like looking at butterflies. Those are really interesting creatures. Both very colorful. They're tasty. The whole fact.
They're tasty.
But am I good at butterflying? I don't even know what that is. So I'm not necessarily good at it, but it brings me joy. All right. So give me a list of, how about this? Why don't we start with this? Give me 3 things that you are good at.
Oh, good at, not what brings me joy.
No, we're starting with the good at.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's the list is still in front of you, right? You didn't leave that one at home.
No, I didn't.
We're going to start at that one.
Okay. Talking to people.
There you go. Boom. That's a good one.
Strangers, people I know, doesn't matter. I could talk to them.
Yes.
I get teased about it.
All right. I'm not teasing.
No, and the camera's not on you, but if people can see, okay, everyone out there, he's laughing at me.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's right. Yes.
Okay, talking to people.
Yep.
Hiking.
You're good at hiking? Okay.
I love hiking.
Okay.
And I think I'm good at it. I think so.
What makes you good at hiking?
I can make it to the top.
Okay. I guess that's monumental, depending on how tall the top is.
It's even better because when I'm hiking, I talk to people I don't know.
Oh, see, a mix of those.
A mix of them.
Right.
Okay.
And what's another one?
Pretty much positive. I see the glass half full.
Okay.
Especially
so you're good at seeing the glass half full?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So we'll go with that. I want to hear a couple more. Give me 2 more.
I'm really, really good at spending money. Really good at it.
Okay. Excellent.
I guess I'm pretty good at making desserts because that's what my brother says.
Okay. All right. Now, what I want you to do is think of this. How could you imagine a day that you were doing all of those things? All right. And even if you said, I'm good at spending other people's money. Okay. Like here you are, you go to a national park, you're hiking up the hills, right?
Talking to people
about what their needs, their wants and needs. Maybe some of these people aren't happy. They're kind of lost, wandering through the woods in a daze. And you're saying, you know what you need is desserts, right? You said you make good desserts, right?
Evan says I make good desserts, but okay.
You know what you need in your life after a long hike like this is a good dessert. And I'll tell you what, if you got some money, I'll help you spend your money on all the things you need.
I'll let you take me out and give me some
Exactly.
desserts.
And I'm going to make you, we're going to buy the ingredients. I'm going to make you a good dessert, right? What was the other one that was missing from there? Oh, the glass half full. Yeah. And and then when they go, wait a second, you gave me a glass of ice cream with a dessert, but it's half empty. And you're like, no, it's half full. You see? You see? So what I'm saying here is this, is that you are this conglomeration of those things. Okay. You are the best at this conglomeration of things. You are the best hiker who has a positive attitude, who is great at spending money and making desserts, and most important, talking and sharing that happiness with other people. Maybe that's the thing that you are. And the thing that I want you to do is you keep expanding upon that list. And what I always say, it's like people have their own personal Venn diagram. All right. It's these circles of things that we are really good at. All right. Again, we're not necessarily the great at it, but we're really good at these things. And where the circles collide and overlap, in the center is us. And I could say something like this. I like to cartoon. I like to draw. I like to give business advice. I like to give life advice. I like teaching kids how to do public speaking and debate skills. I like training salespeople. I love being here on the radio like this. I love computer work. Am I the absolute best in the world at any one of those things? Man, I really wish I could say yes to any one of those things, but I'm not. But I truly believe I'm the best or really, really good at that conglomeration of all those things.
Okay, so you said, what am I good at?
Yeah.
Which is different of what brings me joy.
Yes. So we're still working on just
okay, because when you were doing your list, that's right.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I said those things brought me joy. What I'm talking about, those are things that I'm good at. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So tell me, let's start with 3 things that bring you joy.
Okay. 3 things. I love making people smile.
Okay.
I love tennis.
That's cool.
I love hiking and kayaking and walking in the woods. So being in the outdoors, I like, being by water and the lake and
Okay.
kayaking, the sun,
Yeah.
love the sun.
All right. So just that's enough. It's
Okay.
interesting. You said no.
Enough.
Well, no, because I said 3. I said 3.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's all right. No, I'll that was 3.
Okay.
So it was interesting because you said you like tennis or tennis brings you joy, but you didn't list it yet in the things you're good at.
Correct, because
So
I'm not.
All right. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I just thought maybe it was down the line.
Yeah.
Somewhere down the line, you're good at tennis. But
Yeah.
the fact that you even admit you're not good at tennis, but it still brings you joy, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
I'm okay at it,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say I'm good at it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So,
But I do. It's fun.
but notice these other things is you like to smile, which definitely connects you with talking to strangers. Okay.
I like to make people smile.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. I was taking notes quickly.
Aw.
And the fact that hiking brings you joy.
It does.
So these kinds of things, I want you to really start looking at these kinds of things. And any point in time, Tiff, any point in time that somebody looks upon you and says something to make you second guess yourself, anytime somebody approaches you and makes you feel bad or worth less than you truly believe you should be treated, anytime that somebody picks on you, even accidentally, anytime you look at somebody else and you're like, oh my God, their life is so much better than mine. Anytime you do this, I want you to stop and start looking back at this list of the things that make you joy, that bring you joy. And I want you to look at the list of things you do well. And you go, I'm not really good at that, but I'm good at this. I'm not really good at that, but I'm good at this. Okay. I tell this story about my niece, all right, that you've never met. And she told me the story that she and her girlfriends were at a bar one day, and they look over and there's a bunch of basketball players. And I think she said one of them was LeBron James, and they're sitting at a table, right? And everyone's like, oh my God, this is LeBron James. And again, I think it is. But anyway, it was a famous basketball player. So she walks over to him, taps him on the shoulder, and he turns around, smiles like, like everybody's like, everyone's my autograph. And she goes, I just want to let you know, I'm really good at my job too. She turned around and walked away. Okay.
She said that, really?
Yes. Yeah. And when you think about it.
Oh my God, that's freaking awesome.
Isn't it? Because that's the self-confidence that she has. Okay. That here's this guy, famous, that everyone wants to go over and awe and goggle and Google on him, right? And go, oh my God, you're amazing. You're amazing. And she was like, you know what? I'm really good at my job too. And he laughed. And I know he just sent drinks over to that table like all night long because it was the funniest thing.
God dang, that is awesome.
And you think about that. If you meet somebody famous, what's the purpose? Why would I fangirl all over LeBron James? Why would I fangirl over a movie star? Because they do their job well. I do my job well. So if I am in awe of that person, shouldn't they be in awe of me too?
Wow.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah. So I want you to think about that. At any given time, anyone you look at who you're like, I'm in awe of them. They're amazing. Think for a second. Why aren't they turning around and in awe of me? Because I do a lot of things really well. Okay. And you are always sharpening your skills. You're always getting better. Plus, you're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're trying new things. You're an amazing individual. You are growing and evolving into a better person every single day. So why wouldn't somebody be in complete awe of you? Okay. And if people are in awe of you, okay, and if they're not, it's just because they don't really know you. Okay. And if there's that many people who would be in awe of you, why would you stop believing in yourself like that?
Wow.
Okay. So I want you to think about that is you are something special. Everyone out there who's watching the show or listening to the show, understand that you are something special. Start making that list of things you're good at and understand you're not necessarily the best at any one of those things, but you're really, really good at the conglomeration, that the joining of all those things. That's what makes you special. All right. And look at the things that bring you joy. And I want you to keep that list. Maybe put it in your phone, Tiff, in the notes section of your phone. And every time you're having a bad day, look at that list of the things that bring you joy and start going, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for all of these things. This one little thing that's upsetting me is nothing compared to all the joy I have in my life.
Wow.
Right. So in my list on my phone, I keep listing the stuff. Right. And the one day I remember I looked outside the window. I was inside the house. I look outside and it was just drizzling. Right. And you open the front door and it was spring and you could smell like the grass with the rain on it. It's just got everything smells clean. It's beautiful. You go outside and it's warm. It feels like the little drizzle just feels nice, right? So I wrote in my on my list, rain. Rain brings me joy, right? And then one day, maybe in the fall, I come coming home with groceries and I got my hands full and I'm trying to pull them out of the car, trying to shut the door, and it's pouring rain on me, right? And I'm like, I hate the rain, right? And then I hit the stop for a second, going, nope, you already put it on the list of that rain is one of those things that bring you joy. So I stood there, looked up, I'm like, I love you, rain, right? Because you have to be able to change your mindset, okay? And be able to say, yeah, I can still find, if you're going to be the type of person who's going to say you're the glass is half full type of person, then you should be able to do that with everything throughout life. And then that includes yourself, that you are not just half full, Tiff. You are completely full. You are an amazing person.
You know what I'm the best at, though?
What are you the best at?
Eating Christmas cookies.
That's what Santa says, right? All right, so Tiff, we're at the top of the hour here.
That went by way too fast.
Yeah. No, this was a great show, and I appreciate this, and I appreciate you sharing these things with you. And I want everyone to listen. If you go to baconbitsradio.com or masterhappiness.com/live later this week, the recording will be there. There'll be a blog post, and I'll have a bunch of little worksheets that you can download that will help you find your inner superhero. Okay, and then not to mention you can watch the video and see Tiffany do her Wonder Woman pose. All right. All right.
Sorry, everybody.
No, that's all right. All right. I appreciate you so much, Tiffany. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate all of you for listening, and stay tuned in to Bacon Bits with Master Happiness again, anywhere that you listen to podcasts.